What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Deadpool and Wolverine. We are less than 1 month to go till the movie comes out. So Ryan Reynolds and Marvel are ramping up promotional material, marketing, and they're just about to start the world tour for Deadpool 3, which will start the first week of July, to the point where Ryan Reynolds himself is teasing something to do with the Avengers on his official real verification, not the verification that people can buy on Instagram, the actual real verification on his verified Instagram account. So it's got people thinking that the Avengers are going to appear in some capacity in Deadpool and Wolverine. So there's some pretty cool new information going around about Deadpool and Wolverine, which we're going to go over in today's video. So if you are new around, make sure subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel DC kaiju monsterverse pop culture based content that I try to cover on a daily basis. If you could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know which freaking insane cameos are going to appear in this movie, because recently, we'll go over it later in this video, there is an insane cameo which the history this person has with Ryan Reynolds in real life and behind the scenes in the movie they shot a long time ago. I didn't actually think he would be in the movie. Also, become a channel member for less than 99p, less than $1. It helps, keeps the channel's lights on, let's be honest. And also, if you want to see the beautiful face behind a beautiful voice, check us out on Instagram, Warstu. And also, if you want to follow me on Twitter or x.com, WarstuG over there. Right, let's get into today's video. So, I have it on good authority that the final trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine will be releasing the first week of July. Can't really say a specific date because I was just told it's gonna come out the first week of July, and July the 1st falls this coming Monday. So from what I'm hearing on the streets and behind the scenes is the trailer's going to drop on the 1st of July, which would make sense because that would be literally 25 days before the movie comes out, which is 1, 2, 3, literally 4 weeks till the movie comes out. So it would make sense if it drops then. Not saying it's officially confirmed or verified, but that's what I've been told behind the scenes. And you're probably going to see a bunch of Twitter posts and a bunch of other people on social media talking about it very soon. The trailer's coming out then. So that's pretty cool. So there is a flag that Ryan Reynolds posted on his Instagram verified account a few days ago. I wanted to wait till there's a bunch of information before I could talk about it. So this has got people thinking that he's teasing he's in Avengers 5. And some people are going, oh, it's Anarchy Avengers. Well, if you go back to the first trailer, Paradox literally says, he's trolling him saying, do you want, okay, he doesn't actually say, do you want to be an Avenger? But he shows the Avengers on the screen. We see Thor, we see Hulk, we see Iron Man. Literally, there will be some indication to the Avengers throughout this movie. They're in the void. There's going to be lots of different variances of other characters. There could potentially be the Avengers themselves in this movie in some capacity, because remember, it's a multiversal movie. So if it's a variation of a different character, it really does not matter, you know? So it would make a lot of sense. I just think it's him trolling. A lot of people seem to think that means he's going to be in Avengers 5. We don't know. Interesting that he posted it. It's just a little tease. Like I say, we're going to see lots of random promos from now till the movie comes out. So reportedly recently, apparently Deadpool and Wolverine reportedly reaches the heights of an Avengers level story similar to Captain America Civil War. Well, if you've watched the plot leak videos, which, I mean, we've gone over like 80% of the plot, let's be honest. I'd agree with that. It's coming from Alex Perez at the Cosmic Circus, and generally speaking, he's one of the few scoopers you can actually trust, because if you go back to Loki Season 2, he didn't actually ruin Loki Season 2, but if you reread his tweet, he literally told you everything that was going to happen in said season. So since then, we've basically listened to everything Alex Perez says so far, and pretty much he's basically on the money most of the time. So the Avengers flag could literally mean anything. It could also be the Resistance flag. It could be, you know, it's going to be the Rebels versus the Resistance. And the Resistance team is rumoredly X-23, Gambit, Blade. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Allegedly, and all the trusted sources, there is not many of them, all claim that Wesley Snipes is in this movie, but it ain't a cameo role, it's like a supporting role. So apparently Wesley Snipes is going to be in the Resistance, which is hilarious because he recently trolled Marvel because they're having problems starting to shoot Blade, and he was Blade, and he's going to be a Blade, but it's a multiverse story, so it's essentially an Elseworld story. The Human Torch, Chris Evans, we've spoken about this before. In fact, yeah, you can actually see Chris Evans in a scene in one of the trailers. Go ahead and try and find it. He's literally there. You can see it. Elektra is in this movie as well, apparently. That is what potentially... I mean, the flag could realistically mean anything. It's just a bit of trolling, but it looks like a real flag. It doesn't look like a throwaway kind of thing. It looks like they've actually made the flag. So potentially it could be a cryptic message from the actual movie, which if that is the case, that's pretty cool. And there's lots of other people reporting the same thing about Blade. Wesley Snipes is going to be in it. I've reached out to people who have told me information before that's been true in the past, and everyone's basically saying the same thing. I'm surprised more people aren't talking about Henry Cavill being a variant of Wolverine or Hullaberry Storm. I guess they're only really going to be in the movie for like a moment or so. So I guess that's why they're not really talking about that. But the Resistance actors who are in the Resistance kind of scenes, they will be in the movie in a much greater capacity. So I guess that's why people are talking more about that. Now, it is interesting because obviously Channing Tatum was supposed to play Gambit in a full-on movie. It is cool that he's finally going to get to play Gambit in a Marvel capacity, but it's a shame that we haven't actually had a movie where he's in it properly. So the Wesley Snipes story is a bit of an old story because not old, it's like a few days old. I wanted to, get a few stories before we made a video. Blade, Wesley Snipes will be appearing in Deadpool and Wolverine. I said it once, I'll say it again. This is going to be the best film to see on the big screen this year. And to be honest, Inside Out 2, I went to see, that's pretty cool. And that's done $400 million domestically. UK people don't care for domestic numbers, but it's the biggest movie of the year so far. And it's only been out like 3 weeks, I think. So I really have changed my mind. I really think that we could actually see Deadpool do close to $1.5 billion potentially. So Kevin Feige has come out and teased Deadpool and Wolverine will cross over with more MCU projects. He said this: seeing them interact with the TVA agents and people familiar with that organization from Loki Season 1 and Loki Season 2 is thrilling. So as we know, reportedly, they had plans to bring Deadpool and Wolverine back for Secret Wars, but now apparently they're going to be in Avengers 5, King's Dynasty, which is still called that. They haven't officially changed the title for it. So it will be cool. I just hope if this information is true, they don't just start throwing Deadpool and Wolverine in the most pointless cameos, pointless scenes ever. They're both multiversal characters, or could be, so it would make a lot of sense if that was the case. And there's a lot of people talking about this scene where the members of the Resistance have a fight in the void against Cassandra Nova and her rebels, but a lot of people can't actually tell you what the third act is. A lot of people seem to think the third act is actually the Resistance fighting the rebels. Is it though? Have we even seen the third act? Are they holding back so much information that we haven't seen anything in the marketing material? I don't know. They have revealed a lot of stuff in the marketing material, but the thing is, it's like in the background, blurred out shots so far out that you have to zoom in to actually see what they're actually on about. So it will be interesting when we find out, are they actually hiding as much as what people are saying? So Kevin Feige went on to say the combination of all those things and worlds, and perhaps even a few more that people won't know about until they see the movie. It's a thrilling ride. So yeah, Kevin Feige's on the Marvel train as well, trying to hype up this movie. I get why. It's Marvel's only movie this year. Realistically speaking, no one cares for Disney Plus shows or animated shows. They really make the money on the box office release. Disney Plus doesn't really do much for them in terms of actually making some money back. So Deadpool and Wolverine, Kevin Feige has said the entire thing is just a gore, just as foul-mouthed as an R-rated as you would expect, but it's extremely endearing and emotional, which is cool. Because even if movies are R-rated, it doesn't mean they just have to go all out with gore and swearing. There's still got to be an emotional drive, some kind of narrative that really does make sense, if you ask me, because you can't just have pure swearing and pure anarchy. There needs to be some actually overall plot. But also I find stuff like this interesting, and also it's weird. It's like all the scoopers now come out and go, oh my god, they're going to announce so many projects at San Diego Comic-Con in July. I'm like, okay, that's pretty obvious. You got any information that anyone couldn't make up at the top of their head? I really do find it weird when scoopers come out and say this stuff. It's the most obvious stuff ever. Daniel RPK, I've heard that Marvel plans to reveal a lot at San Diego Comic-Con this year. Well done. Literally any person could have said that. Possibly even more at D23. Oh my god. Marvel's going to reveal more information about properties they're working on at their own event. I tell you what, you couldn't make... Oh, wait, you could make this up. Marvel always drops something at San Diego Comic-Con and something at D23. It's so darn obvious, but getting props and creditation because you said something that's obvious. They're obviously going to have the Fantastic Four cast, most likely, at Comic-Con because they start shooting in August. It's not really that hard to work out, and probably Marvel would drop a bunch of stuff at Brazilian CCXP later this year. There you go. I've got the exclusive before the exclusive came in. It's not that deep, lads. I just don't like it when obvious stuff comes out and it's a massive scoop when realistically it's just common sense. So yeah, you will see a bunch of Deadpool and Wolverine promo everywhere. They dropped a new IMAX poster. They dropped a new 30-second trailer. Basically says 1 month to go to July the 26th. Like I say, a few days behind. I haven't really done a Deadpool video in a few days. We've been doing some Superman stuff as I wanted to start talking about that. But yeah, as expected, Kevin Feige will be at San Diego Comic-Con, most likely bringing the whole cast and crew to San Diego Comic-Con for the Fantastic Four, maybe the Thunderbolts, probably Captain America 4. Basically, every movie they're working on, they're going to talk about it because they've got nothing else to talk about, because when San Diego Comic-Con happens, it's pretty much in line with the release of Deadpool and Wolverine. Don't know when San Diego Comic-Con. I know it's towards the end of July, the same release as Deadpool and Wolverine. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of billboards all over LA. Every day you go on Twitter, you see some Deadpool and Wolverine billboard popping up somewhere. It's cool, but they actually are trying to promote their own movie, which is freaking fantastic, if you ask me. I'm still really surprised that Wesley Snipes is going to be in this movie. It makes me think, who else is going to be in this movie? Because this Wesley Snipes story, it was always rumored in the background there's what was going to be a Blade, but no one actually thought it would be Wesley Snipes. So it's going to be freaking interesting to see. Is there any surprise cameos? And maybe this insane, crazy post-credit scene that's going to make you freak out now that Wesley Snipes is in the movie. Maybe what I heard was actually true. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu, check us out on Twitter, Warstu, and I'll catch you another guys very soon. Catch you later.